The Cold War was over, but the sky over Europe was still dangerous. February 28, 1994, 6 Serbian pilots took off in old Yugoslav jets, knowing they might not come back. Above them, 2 US Air Forces F-16s were already waiting, unseen, unstoppable. What followed would become NATO's first combat kill in the history. Bosnia was on fire. A civil war tearing neighbors apart. NATO declared a no-fly zone. Anyone who ignored it would be shot down. Still, 6 Serbian pilots volunteered to fly to hit a weapons factory supplying their enemies their planes. J-21 Hawks, relics from another era. Their opponents, 2 American F-16s, the Apherias of the sky. Flying low to avoid radar, the SARS slipped across the water, but the second they claimed to release their bombs, net radar caught them. Black flight, 6 bogies, and 50 miles north. Off it that it was hard, but the 2 F-16s from Aviation Air Base turned towards their targets. Hunters moving in for the kill. The Serbs reached their target and dropped their bombs, direct hits. But seconds later, the sky lit up. Aviation pilot locked on and fired an MRM missile. 1+1 explosion. A Yugoslav jet disappeared, and from the radar gone before the pilot even knew he was hit. Splash 1. The rest scattered into the mountains, dispersed and hunted. They are on my tail? Help! One pilot shouted, another's radio in the silent. The F-16s dubbed through the clouds. #kill missiles. Hawks 2, a Sidewinder missile screamed up the rail. It locked onto the head of an escaping jet and formed its mark. A second firewall tore across the 1cm sky. Commander Z Latin, Canalic Z was hit, trailing smoke alarms blinding. And he's steering the stick, trying to glide home. Then out of nowhere, an American F-16 pulled up alongside him. 2 pilots' enemies locked eyes through the glass. The American raised his hand and saluted, then peeled away, leaving him alive. 3 Serbian pilots were killed. 3 made it back. They entered Dogfight lasted less than 10 minutes. For NATO, it was a victory. Their first in history. For the Serbs, it was proofs of courage. Men who flew knowing they could not win. Later, one pilot said quilting. No hate, no regret. We had our mission. They had theirs. The US elite pilot Captain Robert Wilbur Wright scored 3 kills that day. The most by an American since Korea, but history remembers more than his record. It remembers that moment in the clouds when 2 men saluted instead of firing. 5 years later, in 1999, history flipped when a stealth USAF 117 was shot down by a 1960s era Serbian missile, proved that even the most advanced machines can bleed.